Cliff Lake Trail from Courtright Reservoir, starting down the trail. Oh, here comes somebody already. Alright, well, we're starting down the Cliff Lake Trail from the Trapper Springs campground. So the first mile or two is going to be in some pretty deep shade. Sunlight's penetrating through the trees and streaks, so hopefully we'll be able to see alright. It's only 5 miles. It's not too bad. First couple of miles look like they're downhill toward the edge of the lake. And then after that, we're going to go up some switchbacks at the Cliff Lake. That's our first camp tonight. Pretty easy night, only 5 miles. It's about 1,100 foot elevation gain. It's not too bad. And the reason for the short hike today is just get used to the wear on the packs. The packs are at their heaviest they're going to be. I'm pushing 40 pounds, which is a personal record for me, but I'm carrying some extra gear on this hike. I'm carrying 2 water filters and some extra stuff I wouldn't normally carry just to test it. I've got 2 complete cook sets. I'm trying that too, so we'll see how it goes. When we got to the High Sierra Ranger Station, talked to the ranger, picked up our permits. The ranger told us to be on the lookout for a loose llama. Evidently a pack animal. It was fully loaded with food. Somehow got away from the handler, and it's roaming loose up here in the Dinkey Lakes wilderness. Food for the bears, I guess. So we saw a big notice at the trailhead to be on the lookout with contact information. So we're going to be on the lookout for the wild llama roaming around in the woods today. We'll see how it goes. Ran into a couple of people already that were coming back. Said it was absolutely gorgeous weather up there. A little cold at night, but other than that, not too bad. Well, we just crossed over a really nice wooden bridge, and we just went a short distance, and here's another one. This is kind of cool. This is probably to help protect some of the marshy areas that are down here. The first section since we left the Cliff Lake Trailhead has been mostly downhill, so I'm sure we'll pay for this at the other end of this. All right. It's kind of nice that it's shaded down here. We can see the end of Courtright Reservoir off to the right. So we're working our way to the end of the lake. In fact, I can see it from right here. Not too bad at all. And from this point, we're going to get into the creek and follow the creek, which is actually the outlet of Cliff Lake, I believe, up to the lake. Elms Meadow straight ahead, Cliff Lake to the left, And the trailhead back to where we started is over there, and then on the Nelson Lakes is to the left and Helms Meadows to the right. At least we're in the shade.
Uh-oh.
What do you think, Dave? Getting tired?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you're not carrying as much as we are.
Yeah.
He's smarter than us. How about you, Jerry?
It was rough after that break.
Yeah.
Off, it was hurting, but got a stride, I guess, and it was good up to here. So.
Yeah, we were
See
kind of
how the
lucky.
rest is.
How you feeling, Mike?
My feet are a little sore, but hanging in there.
That's good.
Breaking in these new shoes here, so I hope they do me well.
Well, we know that's the trail ahead of us here, and we know at some point we're going to start climbing up the switchbacks. And from the people we just talked to, once we get to the top of the switchbacks, the lake's right on the other side. So a couple hours away and we'll be in camp. Well, we're working our way up toward Cliff Lake, and the switchbacks and the grade have definitely steepened. So we're going to earn this next mile. Courtright Reservoir is behind me, and the trail's getting steeper and rockier as we're going up. And you got to kind of watch your step here because there's a lot of rocks on the trail, and at least there's a little bit of shade in the forest up here. But things are going pretty good. Everybody seems to be doing well. Wish it was a little cooler, but other than that, we're doing fine. Mike and Jerry and Dave are up ahead of me here. They had to stop and catch my breath a little bit, but we're doing good. It's only 2 o'clock, so we should be at the lake, I would imagine by 3. It'll be a pretty nice day. Well, after all that hard-fought effort, looks like we're finally making our way down to Cliff Lake, and there it is to the trees. Couldn't come a moment too soon. Well, me and Dave are scouting out Cliff Lake, and we're trying to find a better campsite than what we have. I like to be on this end of the lake, mainly because it's right underneath the cliff face, which is right there. There's a sandy beach right there. So I'm going to scout it out. I want to see if I can find a bigger campsite. I'd love to be down there on that end somewhere. There might even be a big campsite up there. Well, we're at Cliff Lake in the Dinkey Lakes Wilderness area. It was a 5.5 mile hike up here to get to this point. And it was tough at the upper elevations, but we hung in there, a little sun exposed in spots. But at our campsite, I went ahead and hung my Hennessy Expedition ASIM hammock. I just got the stock factory tarp that came with it. Eventually I'll probably upgrade that to something a little bigger than this stock tarp. This isn't really enough coverage for me, but I don't expect any rain tonight. We haven't had any rain up here in a while. I like to have gotten a little better spread in the trees, but this is a pretty good spot for it, and it's sufficient, I think. We've got a pretty decent spread. I've already checked that. I've already laid in it, and it's actually pretty nice. I've also got a 2Q ZQ zipper mod on this hammock, so I've got the mesh completely removed. It's all over on the other side right now, and the underquilt that I'm using is a Storm Crow crow's nest 3/4 length, and it's rated about 25. I had it on my double nest yesterday, and it was just about right. It got down to probably in the upper 30s, low 40s, and I was fine. So anyway, we got a gorgeous view of the lake. It's right behind me here. The sun's coming down from that direction from the west. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but if you can't see it through the haze, it's right there overlooking the cliff. So tomorrow we're going to go check out a couple of different places. We're going to go up to Dinkey Lakes number 2, and then check out Island Lake. Set up a base camp there, and from there we'll explore the valley. We'll do a couple other day hikes from there. We'll go up to maybe Dogtooth Peak or Three Sisters Peak. Maybe just hang out and fish. Who knows? But we're glad to be in camp. It's been a long day, and this is actually one of the best campsites I've probably ever seen. If you can see behind me here, we got a great fire pit. We gathered some wood down here. There are fires allowed at this elevation, so we're going to get us a little fire here tonight. And have a good time here in the Dinkey Lakes Wilderness. Let's see how that one